What were you very hurt by?
Something you said to me at the table.
So what was it?
Why are you trying to save yourself? You're doing this to save yourself. Don't put your
You know
hand in my
what?
face.
When I said
Don't do that.
you need to work and you need to contribute, I didn't mean you need to be a
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
She said, you're coming after me to, like, save your job?
Yes.
On this show?
Yes.
So that's what hurt you.
The most. You could call me a all day. That doesn't really work. Out of everything else, that was the one thing that turned me completely out.
Because?
Because it's not true and because it's hurtful. That touches such a tender point in all of us when you're trying to be open and vulnerable, when you're trying to tell your story. But yes, that is something I just does not sit well with me then nor now.
Well, Erika, you have to understand from my point.
I do understand.
I let you speak.
First off, don't.
Don't what?
Don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to you which way?
Talking over me, let me finish how I feel.
Okay, finish.
That is exactly why I'm in the position that I'm in, no, or how I feel.
Okay.
And that's it.
You unleashed on me.
Yes, I did.
What was it that made you explode like that?
I'll tell you when I lost it. You said, Bose has supported me more than anybody in this group.
Bose, you came to me and you have shown me in this group more support than everyone put together.
Wow.
That hurt you.
Beyond.
Okay, see,
Beyond.
I understand
hurt
that.
me too.
And had you said that to me,
lost
I would
it.
have said, Erika, you know what? I know that feeling. I remember you said the same thing to Kyle and I at Anne Marie's house.
I went through something very tough recently, and I would say that as the group as a whole, we're not there for me.
I was hurt.
Yes.
Very hurt by that.
Right, so you
Because I felt
understand
like
where
I was-
I'm at.
Absolutely.
Well, now that she's told you those two things,
Yes.
what you just said is, wow, I understand why you would be
Yes.
upset. So is there anything you want to say in response to those two things? Do you want to apologize?
I'll say it again. Apologize for what, Andy? Wait, I
Well,
just
you two
understand.
talk about it.
Wait a second.
yeah.
For saying the things that I said?
She's
yes,
saying
I know,
that it
Andy.
made her flip
Andy,
when you
I-
said she was doing that for her job.
Andy.
So do you want to apologize
I
for
did.
saying that? Oh, you did?
You did?
I did. When she
When?
said that, I said, Erika, had you told me, I said, I would have understood that. I said, I'm sorry. I would have understood had you told me. Both of those things I would have understood. And I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. I did not understand how you were one person up until the night before at 3 in the morning, and not even 12 hours later, there was a completely different person.
No, Dorit, this had been bubbling and building.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
there was no sign of it.
And that,
There was.
well, there was.
You did call her a relentlessly over and over and over again. And then you
No, I
went up-
didn't, Kyle.
Yes,
And
you
she just
did.
said you
See,
can call me
I-
a 75
Stop
times. It
talking to
doesn't
me like
bother
that. Do you see how when she can say that she
Kyle,
supported you for 10 years,
it is-
you say you
You
said
just
that,
came
but when
in
I
and
say
you're
it,
saying
it's a completely
something.
different reaction to me than to her. Okay, you went upstairs and even
Because
called us.
you are relentless,
to-
Kyle.
Okay.
Relentless.
Okay. I will say we are going to get into Italy in a minute. I want to get back to the thing that set this all off. Dorit, you said that Sutton buddying up to Amanda was an attempt to score points with Kyle.
Because Kyle cares? I mean, what is that?
How would that work?
Well, obviously her rooming with Amanda when she really didn't have a nice relationship with her was a little bit strange. I think everybody was questioning that.
Yeah, somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. And Amanda, you're just gonna have to take this with a grain of salt.
I'll do my best.
Okay, they came to me and said, Sutton, you and Jennifer are going to be rooming together. To be honest, I said, this is not fair to Jennifer. She's a frickin' movie star person. Like, no. And they said, well, you and Jennifer are like sisters. And I said, you have real sisters. So, you know, and so then they said, we'll do Amanda and Natalie.
Natalie was not having that.
It was Natalie until she volunteered.
She wanted to be alone.
Bose called me and said, you're sharing with Amanda. And I said, girl, I'm traveling with a vibrator. I don't think she wants to share my bedroom.
And then I heard Natalie was not real super fond of.
Sharing a room?
So I was like,
That's a
you know
little
what?
rude.
Well, she's not here, doesn't matter. So. Really, I was like, Amanda's having a tough time, and I have been part of this. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. That's it. There was like no strategy. Like, I'm not that smart. I don't play like that war game. I don't do that. I'm just like with my headphones on, I'm just doing my thing. Like, who cares? Get over it.
Dorit, on Watch What Happens Live, you called Sutton a social climber.
Which is ridiculous.
Why is Erika lucky to have Sutton as a real friend in her life now?
Because Sutton is a social climber, so she has a lot of friends.
Do you believe
Where am I
that?
climbing to?
Explain you're a socialite.
Explain that I'm a socialite? Oh, yeah.
Not a climber.
Listen, that's part of her world, and
I'm already
you
in
know,
the world. Where
listen,
do I need to go?
Well, I think you like to be invited to parties, and
What parties,
you like
Dorit?
to.
What
I don't
parties?
know. I'm not
So
in that
you're-
world,
so you
I don't really know.
But you're gonna say that I like that.
Yes.
I mean, I just want to point out, with the exception of Rachel Zoe, she's the one that's been to the Met Ball
Many
many
times.
times.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been
Oh,
to the
sorry.
Met.
Okay.
Don't leave me out of
Okay,
this.
sorry. But I mean, I'm saying she
Yeah.
seems like an actual socialite.
Were you offended when I called you a social climber?
Well, it's not the nicest thing to say.
Okay, so I apologize.
Okay.
You bought that apology?
I don't care.
Did you mean it?
I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care about
This
your
is what I
apology.
mean.
So your friendship is in the shitter. Will it come back?
I mean, we'll see.
I don't know.
All right, let's leave this here. We'll be right back.